Do you feel like your metabolism has slowed down and that losing weight is harder than it's ever been? Did you know that fat loss has as much to do with what you eat as when you eat? Your body has a natural fat burning clock in it, and when you work with it rather than against it, you can see better results. I'm Dr. Mann, I'm the medical director at Noom, and I'm here today to talk to you about things you can do to make your metabolism work best for you. So your body has a built-in clock, and this clock controls things like your digestion and your energy use and your fat storage. And not surprisingly, this clock is completely dictated by where the sun is during the day. And when you think about it, you are more active when it's sort of midday, and this is actually when your metabolism is most efficient. This has to do with how we process food and how our insulin levels are and where our cortisol is. So everything is optimized for using energy during the day. So if you try to get in the most calories during that key part of the day when the sun is sort of highest in the sky, maybe between 10 and 2 p.m., that's going to help your metabolism work at its best. If you're someone who likes to fast, then perhaps breaking your fast sometime leading up to the 10 o'clock hour, maybe push it a little later, have your first meal, 11, noon, even a little later. That can work to your benefit as well, but just make sure you close that window close to the time, probably 2 to 3 hours from when you're expecting to go to bed. So I know most of us probably tend to eat more calories later in the day, which makes sense because dinner tends to be our main meal where we're together with our families and our loved ones. And I am totally guilty of doing this as well. I generally do tend to eat a heavier meal later in the day. But if you are someone who's trying to manage your metabolism, you may try to eat those calories earlier in the day. You don't necessarily have to eat them right in the morning when you get up. You don't have to force yourself to eat before you're really ready for it. But just keep in mind that during the day, midday, is when our insulin sensitivity is best, when our energy expenditure is at its highest, when our core body temperature is at its highest. So these are all the optimal times for burning calories versus when you have your calories later in the day. That's more of a signal that it's time to store fat. The other thing I want to add is that when you do have your first meal, make sure that you get a lot of protein in that meal because that will really set your metabolism up for the day and keep you satisfied for longer. So in addition to optimizing your meal timing, another thing you can do to support your metabolism is manage your stress. Easier said than done, I know, but let me tell you why that's important. When we're stressed in little bursts, it's okay, our cortisol goes up and then comes down, but when we have stress ongoing throughout the day, the cortisol level stays up, and that makes it harder for us to manage our metabolism, and it makes our cravings for things like sugar to go up, and obviously that works against us. So any little thing that you can do to help yourself calm down, manage the stress. I like to have a little bedtime ritual where I just take 5 minutes to sort of center myself, do some deep breathing, maybe a little stretching just to relax. Not only does it improve your sleep, but it will help you manage your metabolism during the day. So small shifts in your habits can have a big impact when it comes to your meal timing and your stress management. Take a look at your day and see if maybe you can add a little bit more time between your last meal and when you go to bed, and maybe you can add a little mindful stress reduction routine prior to bedtime. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's just about finding what works for you.